A lot of people ask me, how do I follow my heart? How do you do that? How do you know what your heart wants you to do? And for me, the experience, I suppose, started with just doing what felt right, what I felt inside, felt drawn to, or just felt led in that way. People call that intuition, but it's just an inner feeling. You feel drawn in that direction, or to make that choice, or to make that decision. And I know over the years it's become an easier process for me. In the beginning, my head would interfere so much. My head could talk me in or out of anything. And if I allowed myself to go through the pros and the cons, and it'd be a dance of backwards and forwards, and it can be very confusing and frustrating. But I learned to just stop the chatter, just stop, let all of that go, and to just take some belly breaths. A belly breath is where you breathe in and the chest stays still and you expand the belly like a balloon. And the beauty of it is you have to think about it. So all the other things you're thinking about, stop. So try it. Just take a deep belly breath where you breathe in, let the belly expand, and on the out breath, in the mind, you gently say, let go. And if you do that a few times, you feel the whole body starting to relax and to soften, and the mind starts to still. And when the mind stops its chatter, or at least slows a little bit, you start to get a sense and a feeling of what's happening inside you, and you bring your focus inside. And you can do that with the breath. You can imagine that you can feel the breath and follow the breath and listen to the breath. And you bring all of the focus into the body. And then you get a sense of what's happening inside you, and you begin to feel into what feels good for you and what doesn't. And a question that I always ask is the question, is this in alignment with my highest good? For I know when I make a decision based on that it's in alignment with my highest good, then it's in alignment with the highest good of all concerned. Because my highest good, when I'm in alignment with my soul, with my essence, then it's that same, that's where we're all one in our hearts. So my highest good is the highest good of all. And that's what I base all my decisions on. And now I can just ask that question, is this in alignment with my highest good? And I just get this feeling inside. I get an internal yes or an internal no. And I follow that without question now. And sometimes it seems the exact opposite of what my head or everyone around me or what circumstances would suggest I should do. But I've long let that go, long since let that go. Because I now know that when I listen to that internal voice, that internal guidance, and I follow that, life works. And it works for all around me. It might, sometimes it doesn't look like that or feel like that at first, but I know from experience that when I've listened and followed, it is in alignment, and it does work out. And don't take my word for it. The way to truly know is to do it yourself, to try. To just have a go. So we can do a little short meditation now if you'd like to, where you just close your eyes and begin by taking a belly breath, a few deep, slow belly breaths, where you breathe into the belly, letting it expand. And on the out breath in the mind, you gently say, let go. You feel your whole body letting go. more and more with every out-breath. You bring all of your focus to the breath. You listen to the breath. You feel the breath as it moves in through the nose, down through the throat, the chest space, down deep into the belly. You feel it as it moves out again. And you imagine that you can follow the breath. So all of your attention, all of your focus is with your breath. And on the out breath, in the mind, you're very gently saying, let go, just like you would to a child. Let go. And feel yourself relaxing, softening, letting go more and more. Just noticing how you're feeling inside. Bringing all the focus within. And then simply ask the question, is this, whatever it is, in alignment with my highest good? And just wait. Some might hear a word, a yes or a no. Some might get a feeling. There may be an internal movement that feels like a yes or a no. There may be an image that gives you the answer. You just trust whatever you get. And if the mind comes in, you simply whisper inside, back to the breath. Move your focus back to feeling the breath. Imagining you can watch the breath and listening to the breath. Letting go. And the more you practice this, the easier it is to slip into that space, to just feel inside. And the more you listen to your heart and you follow it, the more life works. And the more palpable the feelings become. Give it a go. I know it works.